Hi, welcome to the Weather Show with meteorologist Vin Crosby, where I bring you my 30-year national forecasting experience to help keep you out of harm's way. In this video, I'm going to give you the winter weather outlook for the West, for Idaho, Washington, Oregon, California, and Nevada. It's a very important forecast, so please, if you could, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. It helps the algorithm. It helps get this video up to the top in YouTube and gets the message out for what I think is going to be a pretty potent, potentially dangerous forecast for the West this season. And as a bonus, at the end of this video, I'll share my thoughts on how much of the drought will be wiped away from this winter's precipitation. This video came about because of your comments from my last video, so a lot of that information you wanted to see, I'm incorporating it here. Please add more comments down below and let me know what you think about the video, what you like about it, what you don't like about it, what you would like to see more of. So with that, let's get right into the weather forecast. So let me start you off with the 2021 and 22 snow forecast for the winter for the West. And we're going to start off going in towards Idaho. In the Idaho mountains, it looks like we're going to see in this area of blue, and we'll carry this throughout all of our forecasts for the other states of Washington, California, Oregon, Nevada, the above normal snowpack conditions, which I think will be around for many areas in the West this season. But there's going to be more snow than that. In this lighter shade of blue, much above normal snowpack, back up in the Boise mountains, back over by Yellowstone, back up around Baker City and eastern areas of Oregon. And it gets better than that. In this purple and white, this is going to be extraordinary snowpack conditions. This is where we're going to get way above normal and maybe even approach record snowpack conditions. I think that's the weather pattern I see unfolding for this year. Up around Jackson Hole, the Boise Mountains, around McCall, Cascade, Donnelly, tremendous amount of snow in the mountains this year. We'll see the timing of it, but right now, as we go through November, in towards December, January, February, and March, it looks good for the Boise Mountains. Down in the Treasure Valley, things are going to get interesting. I have many people that ask me, is this going to be another Snowmageddon? Let me clarify, we will never see another Snowmageddon in our lifetime. That was a once in 100-year storm. We are going to get a lot of snow. I think we're going to get around 24 to 34 inches for the whole season in the Treasure Valley, but it's going to be our typical snows where we get an abundant snowfall, then it melts, then a little bit more, and then it melts. It won't stick around like it did during Snowmageddon. But as you can see, from Nampa, Caldwell, Meridian, Boise, on up towards Eagle, tremendous amounts of snow. And in other areas of the Treasure Valley, from Ontario down through New Plymouth, all the way down over into Vail, into Oregon, and then back towards Emmett, I think another substantial snow, 27 to 37 inches of snow, just a tick more than what we'll get down in areas around Ada and Canyon County. Up in northern Idaho, western areas of Montana, it looks like this area will be a target area for just incredible snowfall this winter. Up around Coeur d'Alene, getting over by Missoula, and the Hamilton area, you're going to see tremendous snows. An extraordinary snowpack in some of these higher elevations in a large area of northern Idaho and back into western areas of Montana. For the rest of our forecast for Washington, Oregon, California, and Nevada, we're going to dive right in and get down to even the city levels around Seattle and Portland, so hang on for that. But for most of Washington, it's going to be a tremendous snow season. It already has, and it's going to continue to build as we go in through the December, January, February months. As you can see in that blue area, above normal snowpack in southeastern areas of Washington, extraordinary snowpack in that area of white. And then you can see that up around the Olympia Peninsula, another extraordinary area of snow there. So back down towards Seattle, though, Tacoma, and in around the Puget Sound, this area typically only gets around 5 inches of snow per year on average. But, as you know, if you live there, tremendous amounts of snow can fall. I like above average snow down here as well, 11 to 26 inches of snow. I do think that some areas could get a little bit more up in the hills. It won't stick around and get locked in. It'll be your typical snowfall up in these areas where it moves in. It sticks around for a day or two and then it melts off. Coming down south around the Columbia River Gorge and throughout much of Oregon, you can see that we're going to see a good snowpack here as well. Extraordinary snows in the White and the Cascades, much above normal snowpack elsewhere. And then the Whites over there by Baker City, I think some extraordinary snows will fall there, but much above snows all the way down in towards the Jordan Valley and southeastern areas of Oregon. Going into the Willamette Valley, around Portland, down towards Salem, and getting down towards Eugene, around Corvallis. Here, the snow average is around maybe, 6 inches per year. I think it's going to be above that. I think some areas are going to get around 23 inches of snow, so between 7 and 23 inches of snow down in the Willamette Valley. Of course, it'll fluctuate, and again, this is far off some of the major snows that you've gotten in the past, but I do think it's going to be a substantial winter down in these areas. Dropping south down through the southern areas of Oregon, around the Rogue River Valley, Northern California. Here we're going to see an above normal snow and much above normal snowpack in many areas in the purple. Extraordinary snows in those higher elevations of the Northern California mountains and southwestern areas of Oregon. This certainly is going to help with those drought conditions, I think, as we go in towards the springtime and summer times of next. We'll see how much of an impact this does make coming up a little bit later on in the show. And then coming down to the south, around the Reno area, the Sierra Nevada mountains, I'm a little different with my forecast than what you'll hear from the National Weather Service and some of the other forecasters in the region. I like a substantial snowfall coming into this region, an extraordinary snowpack from Lake Tahoe and just a little bit south of there, and then back up there in the rolling coastal areas in the mountains just to the northwest of Sacramento. I think we're going to get an above normal snowpack there. This will be great for California and the drought conditions in central and northern California's areas which have been just impacted with extreme drought conditions. And then of course Southern California, most people know who live there. Of course those around the world and other areas who don't live there don't understand that they do have 8,000-foot mountains just east of Los Angeles in the San Bernardinos, where Big Bear Ski Resort is. They are going to have their normal snows, and I think a little bit more snow than that in some areas. So it should be a pretty good normal snow, which is not a whole lot, but every little bit helps for the water content down there in Southern California. To see more on the La Nina weather pattern and what it is and about how it affects us here in the West, you can watch this video right here on the Weather Show with Vin Crosby. Don't forget to subscribe, share this with family and friends, and we'll see you in the next video.